There's a reason why you felt like you've always had to fix everyone else's problems. We often feel like our struggles are just personality flaws, but in reality, they're usually just signs that we're out of alignment with our natural design. We get stuck in a cycle of hustle and friction because we're not actually playing by our own rules. If this sounds like your daily reality, there's a reason why you've always felt that way, and it's actually hidden in your birth date. This is where numerology comes in. Numerology is the study of numbers and the energetic influence on our lives. The most important number in one's core numerology chart is known as the life path number. You can think of this as your soul's blueprint. It reveals your purpose, your mission, the lessons that you came here to master in this lifetime. And today we're going to specifically be looking at the life path number 6. So if you don't know your life path number, I've put a free a link in the description for a free online numerology calculator. Run over there, plug in your birth date, get your life path number, and come back and follow along. Okay, so the number 6, the life path 6 in numerology. Some of the key themes that are attached to the number 6 or the life path 6 include love and duty. We also have aesthetic beauty, being of service and responsibility, being a visionary, creative, and artistic, and also worry and magnetism come along with the number 6. Some of the lessons and challenges that show up with a life path 6 include being a perfectionist and a control freak. They can be very self-righteous and actually overbearing at times. Sometimes they like to meddle, get into your business. They can become very demeaning, very judgmental. And a lot of times they can have overly high expectations of everybody around them. Now, on the flip side, some of the more positive, higher aspects of the life path 6 include being very loving, very nurturing. They're here to be the caregiver. That is their purpose. That is their mission. They are here to be of service and love on everyone. They can be some of the most responsible people, very, very justice oriented. And a lot of times they're very home and family focused kind of people. Now, sometimes what can happen with a life path 6 is that they overgive, they overshare, they overlove. And when we talked about meddling, they can kind of put themselves into people's lives and situations that they don't necessarily need to be in or belong to, because they're always trying to fix the situation. They're always trying to make everybody good. They just want to love on everybody, and they just want everything to be good for everyone. But what can happen is they can give actually to the point of resentment. And then so that's when, all the negative aspects like the judgment and being overbearing and all of that, those lower functions of the number 6 can come in. Now, when someone is in resentment, there can be frustration and anger and even hate. 6 is the number of love. But on the flip side, as with everything, there's a positive and a negative. The negative is actually hate. So if you're someone who has a 6 in your core numerology chart, a life path 6, or anyone who is just experiencing this overgiving, this service and sacrifice kind of mentality, kind of life that you're living. So if you are someone who is a life path 6 or has a 6 in your core numerology chart, or someone who just experienced kind of overgiving and trying to come to the rescue for everybody and everything, this is what is called the hustle of the life path 6. Now, the number 6 in tarot, sorry about the glare, the number 6 in tarot is the Lover's card, okay? So again, the number 6 is all about love, and it is about compassion and being supportive and that nurturing soul, okay? Having somebody's back is the number 6, all right? You can kind of see this spirit kind of having her back in the background. The number 6 is also known as the cosmic parent, and it's about total alignment here, being in alignment with your heart and soul, really. And so this is kind of what the Lovers is saying about the number 6. You came here to do what was placed on your heart, and it is to be that loving soul, to want to help out everybody and be of service to everybody. But you also have to find a way back to alignment. You have to find balance in your life. So you can't overgive. Overgiving leads to resentment, hate, frustration, all those negative low-level things that you can experience when you exhaust yourself. Now, I am going to pull a card for life path 6, or anyone who has a 6 in your core numerology chart, or anyone who is just experiencing that overgiving hustle, that overextending yourself, giving to the point of resentment, and now you're in a place of anger and frustration and just bitter, being a very bitter soul. So we're gonna pull a card to see what the universe wants you to know right now. Okay, so the card I pulled is the Empress. Ooh, this is the loving, nurturing presence that we need. We need to find a place and a space to love ourselves too. You are here to be that loving, nurturing soul, but that also includes you. You can't overextend yourself and give to everybody and pour from an empty cup. It quite honestly, I know it sounds so cliche to say, you self-love and all that, but honestly, if you don't have self-love and compassion for yourself, you're gonna overdo it. You are gonna overgive, and then, again, fall into those lower functions of the number 6. Who wants that? Nobody wants to be there. And so spending time with yourself, spending time in nature, spending time nurturing yourself from the inside out, doing what's good for you, eating healthy food, getting a lot of rest, getting some exercise, getting out in nature, and just loving yourself enough to be seen as an equal. So we have gone into a little bit more depth with the Life Path 6, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more here. Knowing your blueprint is one thing, and actually living it, that's where total transformation happens. So if you're ready to stop the hustle and align with your true design, I'm here to help. I'm Mel, I'm an alignment coach and numerologist. I specialize in moving you out of friction and back into your natural flow. So if you feel so inclined, click the link in my bio to book a session with me, and let's move you from hustle to harmony. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who you might feel could benefit or who is stuck in the 6th hustle, and I'll see you in the next one.